Tariki ni 14 cy'umutinyo 10 umwaka w'ekiribu 2023 nigo yaragire Ensa Eyemo yabona marogoba asenero bire weekend gokoretera mangana mayabu nabereka gokorekana kurwa chingongo chonsi inyechense asenchera iyo wikirano nabakwenda gutubwati asense mo chichi mitandao asense mo ya Facebook wetra Ndizi TV News Digital nabega asense media YouTube wetra Ndizi TV News asense mo ya website nabagotonya wetra www.ndizitv.net ritariane Fridah Kerubo na asense mo chibyara kaile ni gotokubatenere Joshua Auta uliokoeneke mna chibicha niliogira gwikira sole asenchera ya bene nigakorokwa Petronira Mokera chinga kitoro cha bwatani bobo bwa Azimio la Umoja baba gwikira na sensemo ya Kitui asomo yega bokwera nelimbia manogo cha ase omoseneta kio wambua asobokoreri obia imeyo bomo bwa Azimio la Umoja nabego muraiwense Dr. William Ruto nigabaka gwikira na asensemo ya Embakasi mimocho Nairobi asengencho yogo chingera litko lyabanyanyimbo ba KDF asainekia omorembe chinga kichonsi nabego gokora emirimo yabo obwikirano nabega se county ya Nyamira nigo kongusana nako gendeta kweneki wagati yabarai okokwabere gokoreta ogwatananika nabega basaya bange nigo babere bagweso kyabene nabego kugania abarai koigwana elinda kwenekia amagendero ime county ya Nyamira Mwanchumulilia ayongati yali nkwaliganete asomo gorobolero toskatonyegera ngwira ntorasegekeke Kerubo elinde tokomanye amange Mwanche mulielia ngo kwaligani bene litobeto gusanga asobwamo gochaka bonoiga goika omoelio Amayia yebire bigani otoko yachaka korase county ya Kisii asengo komayebna Eyemo korwa asensemo ya Bomorenda nigo yaberege komochia wizara yoboremo ase ogotakora emirimo yabo bwikirano ayamaga yo goikirana ase wizara yo nabo kogania obokoreri asibaganite gotumeka title deed yabo asogokonya omwana obo oyobetega kubekwa byara mulikito Brighton Makoli nabakagotara stinsemecho nabayigo gotwaliganiria oroboti rokobwatia
Agiga yoboteneri ebwejinimero ase county ya Kisii komachigwa asoboteneri bwabo asamatuka maiga nigabono ya Eyemo koru ase kinyoruki abonyaoro Bomorenda wodi ebunge ya Bonchali county ya Kisii nabarubu banyarire bakomoche boteneri obo nabago toerera
endugu yane yabwatatu tugata nichidai tokomosokia tugachira chigabigererwa sachi gasoka chiakore chigizekere sachi yasoka bagagera bagasobe chigakore rumwe barocha komosokia kero bagosaini batenge daito yere fake after ya research ya lands banya profile ekero bono litukuri goto komosanga wacho gototiania kyabange title fake na kibono gya tosinto kuri serikali tokonya process kitokobwatia konye tokungarandi sinere corrupt bono to hakikisha ngane corrupt
timjiri wa faragasi na beroro mpaka marago airana paka igoro kurutare kuma
ndota komanya amanganaya abagokwana igoro yetaito deed ne yango Gusii
ono bwesokora yana bwabatete tit tukanyereta bakanya proof kerabanya proof tokate system ile kanga twaganyira like 2 weeks ekaro yigeteganja twakore process yakaro tusaino mwesa na lwacho gotabangeta iro tike inere fake
yete ekilaki yae yate twamwete oira mali oteva tedigo korigasi twagenda numuswati oyo pato tebito yantoli keru ingi kebonete se title pato taimbali gokoragasi mimi
bono nigwanyare bakubori serikali gwesona nigatina kubakonya elinde kuganya na ingana eyo
kubono kubole serikali tokonya ekerinto munebyo tunaba na inchi nintombiro tari kumanya serikali chimali goselandi yatu kumanya mali abantu balandi bako kartwaje kumbone ngakibrosa kitokubwata sengije tontumete ngokorere chu yara akori tari tangani yara gosokia ebange goturtana na batokania mbatuira ne dibotiende
ona naga ni serikali esona nenyi ngakie bindo binde bigweta oikase sagubeke saini yoko bokote batiri gokoragasi
Jose Matibe noyomo kurwasi company ya advocate ya Nyagwencha oinero teruna amaskani na takirikoba no nyene keraban swati banyari bagwateru endemero ase county ya Kisii
ige gango sababa ngina baba go tutari baguitwa no mugaka ka teiro mwise ko boli mutakieti buoye igonarra geko gera tari bono mugocha komoseri mwise ke gabwate miaka 77 mbona gocha koseri gukaimo koseri mukoi
boigo yana arabwate ojiase serikali
gegeta keire serikali etubwatesi ebinte kabire bikibyakire kotini byafuatiria na intukotore ko ruga iga kibato begete ko rurisabu twamanya inki togokora ntogo iturisabu barabakirete
Alisosero noyomo wikot brosava oinere nyareka gotwerera na araria kubatiwa atathina asingani yo kigambero ngibwati ko machakonde gwensi kunende asinera boririe ebotheneri wechinde ase county ya Kisii kubwatia machiko na maragwa
ngani neria kingekera iruru kotini nkuria epuli magistrate yatebanga gosomoire caspe gose bond ebintu ebi binitetie process nyoene title nkorikerwere order ya iru CID koru CID yagenda runs koru runs nande yaira na tu CID nande koru CID yaira na tu kotini umuntu yuma na kurororo over list after oyo kumutenenera atenenire aso magistrate ayasire ngere kumutenenera alencheragete nande na chamorete kotini ekere kine kebenete koba bono ige problem ya raisiri koti tebwati problem nyona asinini ego kolegasi yaye as fast kunekonyara
ngoribotiri getaseni Candice TV eritariane Brighton Makori
Nechingaki okongusana na kogendete kwenekigwa ime county ya Nyamira okwo kwarorokanire koleta ogwatananika gati ya barai onigo egati ya basai kurase county yo babere bagwesokia bene na boigo komochia okongusana nako asibaborire abarai gocha amokia geranigo ogwatananika kwa beire gokwirania magega e county yo asibabere bakuborirwa koigwana na boigo kwenekia amagendo ime county ya Nyamira Mulikito Joma Angi norobotura senchira iyo wikiranu
amangana nare twarorire amabare igaigasie county ya Nyamira amangana ndatari kogokia
ase amatuko abwangoiga nigo amaberera amanene arorekanire okina ime county Nyamira gochakira chinga kichokugania kurusia omugavana bwe county Nyamira Amos Nyaribo kurwase Kerubo gwetera ase omuswada obegetu ase bunge yo boigo nigo kungusana na kwarekanira asabarai ase amatanga
tolerant gandorosho mukutano omuramo ororo kinega twekira asamatanga tigatusike iteko babuya bantu baminto
nseme abamenyi be county Nyamira niga babere bagwesokia na kugikeria ogotaiwana na okukwabarai no kuruterana amangana
engane eri yagejetie abananchi ba Nyamira ekero moko na kuramana iga moko na kuramana
musanana ese county ya Nyamira enter teribuye soko musanana
mbateba ogochaigwana na egatia barai ni gukora chikuirania e county Nyamira maega
ga ase county ete ya Nyamira ya berge kunsana sana omwemisie ne governor bono masikanita iyo igonte togota ya bantu baminto ba Nyamira county amagendro aborire Nyamira county yeito esario kungusana mangana ya MCA ebirogo bitatokonya na kuramana mukora kuramana matanga twara masikani nechinsoni egekogera abantu bari bakwereire go batagete koigumoko batenga pole mwaba pole nande mwabasira libaga moji koleta mangana siasa matanga abantu bari bakwereire mbabwato oborobo nene soki chibese chimubwate moko chakota moja ko 2027 tokonye bono igabuna
mbasa babarai be county Nyamira utiga ogotsaiwanana okwo na kobeka bosio amagendero
mwanda mutiga mangana ipi mo kolega sera barenge motokorere gasi buna twabachorete esengenje chinga kingonya kwana chine ne 2027 nero rondo roche nanga kimo kore amagendero ngakimo tayo gokora
siasa ni anje iri gokorwa siasa rto ukani muntu taja gokora siasa umuntu naru nakurwa taja gokora siasa Nyamira atebwa ati problem umuntu naru no ngo kurubosonga taja gokora siasa atebwa zida soro ngasi katiba ni mwanjire ta gokora siasa e bara gerembe toroseri bari gusututugure bari to simeka matoke bara Iko toto kitena magendo
enjererio kona gukwana nae no mu MCA ora assembly njengo bateyaba MCA baito mwenzi bwatirana no mugabana mokoregas
ibamona kominyokaniga ntutete ngaki abana inchi abatu abachorete mugasobisi ngento kimwatokonyire buna abana inchi
ali kuchipale chiri tangani goika okoigwana kobokuya gekora chipale china chia bana ba minto bagoteba ngebinte birosi buna amagenderero
ntuntu agotomete na bantu amamba gwodi ochikorwani nyalibo igo twagotomete otorentera amagenderero gusoma na bantu ba minto bono igonte tengo tebigo enya gitanerere magomboga abangina bonete koiborororo egwodi igorororo abangina baito baiborororo buya.
Ginko reporteria Ndizi TV kurwa se kaunti Nyamira Job Maangi.
Mbiamano sana umurikito Job Maangi asogotwariganiria orobotoro asinchira yoboikano otigana nayo na gusika mutu asorobotoro nde nigongo kumanyubuna serikali ya county ya Kisii nigendete kubeka emerobeli mikirano asokwenekia obokoleri obia ase sector yobocheno omo chief officer oyobeteka gutenera asense moyobocheno ime county ya Kisii Gladys Aminga nigabaka gutarira ase bunge ya Nyaribali Masaba nabago gutarira chinyagitari elinde kurigereria obokoleri okwana nigo ainekia kubwaterana no mugavana we county ya Kisii Paul Simbarati asogokinia ebirengo byobocheno ase chinyagitari
I'm Gladys Aminga. I'm the Chief Officer of Health, Kisii County Government. We are here to see the sites, how services are given. Today, we have reached in Ikorongo dispensary, and you can be able to see the 2 nurses are on duty, and the facility, as we have observed, is clean. We also came with the County Health Records Information Officer representative to also see how documentation is being done in this facility. And we felt it was prudent to also be accompanied with the Sub-County Medical Officer of Health, because that is his facility, that when we are seeing some gaps, we can be able to come and implement the gaps which are there and follow up the next steps on what we want the county government in terms of healthcare system to be done. We are impressed to see that the nurses are in uniform and they are on duty. As you can see, the facility is clean, even the compound is clean. You received the drugs? Yesterday. You received the drugs yesterday? Now, we will be able to tell our community in Ikorongo that now drugs are there, the nurses are there waiting for you. The facility works from Monday to Friday because it's a level 2 facility. And we impress that if there's a problem, you need to call us and reach us. We are ready. Our officers are working in open door policy, and we want to support the healthcare system in Kisii County Government. His Excellency the Governor has really supported this facility by ensuring that even there's a records officer in this facility who is supposed to assist the 2 nurses in terms of proper documentation, proper reporting, and the reports will be able to be brought well. So that these reports are the ones you can even be able to bring this facility to see whether it can be elevated upward if we have proper documentation about how service delivery is being conducted. And lastly, I want to tell you about Toba Mintonga. There are two facilities in Nyaribali Masaba, no Nyagitari Maneno Ara, Nyaribali Masaba, to a 3 Nyagitari, Isato, one on Yakane Toko Genda, and the Tokonyagotari Koranga Chiga, Sita, staff of Vaiton Paregas. No more get to I think Italian chance, Morochang Avantobato, our sister Vaito, and Nyagitari Vaito, no Paregas.
Omorai wense Dr. William Ruto ni golitkolera bakagwikira na asense moye mbakasi myomochio Nairobi asogo chengera abanyanyimbo ba KDF gokwana kura asense mecho ni gabakagogokera obokoreri bwabo asaine kebune serikali ya Kenya Kwanza ni gera chikubwaterana nabo igokwenekia obokoreri obya asense mo yobulendi kolende nigo abagania okora emirimo yabo bwikiranu.
Our neighborhood's security and stability and development is our security and prosperity. Our continent's peace and growth is our safety and progress. Working together, therefore, is strategic common sense at all levels. Solidarity, goodwill, and good neighborliness are components of the best security strategy. This understanding drives our spirit of peacemaking, peace building, and peacekeeping, and the standards of performance which have earned our defense forces respect locally and abroad. Our involvement in peace initiatives beyond our borders has not only made Kenya a strong diplomatic peace and security brand, they have also enhanced both our capacity and profile while intensifying the momentum of our regional unity and integration efforts. Since attaining independence, Kenya has matured into a modern, thriving, competitive, and diverse economy, chiefly because it is a place of stability, peace, and security, which guarantee an environment for democracy and peace, innovation and enterprise, while attracting investments from both near and far. Our region is a formidable melting pot of opportunity, while our continent is the young green continent of the future. We have a duty to make our contribution to every effort to establish the necessary foundational conditions for industrial takeoff and economic transformation.
Ababwatani bobomo bwa Azimio la Umoja nigo baba gwikirana asinga yo seneta Kio Wambua ase omuyega bwo kwiraniria mbya mono chingaki abeire kagutwara obwegenwa ase obokoreri bobomo bwa Azimio la Umoja gokwana omuraibe kyamagia ODM Raila Odinga nigo aberiga komochia omuraibe Ensa Dr. William Ruto ase ogosiolia chipara echichitaraba chigoikirana ase aineke nigo serikali ya Kenya kwanza ebwenete kurigireria obokoreri bwabo oigo nigo abagakomochia egekorwa ikikyabirige kwenekigwa asichinsemo chicha mavuko.
Sasa hii barabara hii eneo hii ambayo inatoka Kitui inapitia hapo Migwani inaingia Mwingi kuelekea huko Sekuru kwa Kalonzo. Hii barabara kila mara kamara Ruto akitembea anazindua barabara ambayo zimekwama. Anasema ati sasa mimi kazi itaanza. Hakuna kazi inaanza. Hata mabarabara ambayo alizindua kama naibu wa rais anazidi tena aenda kuzindua. Kazi yake ni kuzindua tu. Hata ile ya miradi ya county yeye anazindua. Anazindua anafanya kazi. Sasa hiyo barabara tunataka ijengwe. Kwa pande nyingine umesikia vile Kalonzo amesema. Kule jana hata leo nimeongea kabla sijakuja hapa niliongea na gavana Wavinya. Alikuwa analia machozi. Vile watu wamevamiwa kule Bavuko, manyumba zao imebomolewa, makanisa zimebomolewa, mashule zimebomolewa. Na wakati hii El Nino kuna mvua ambayo inanyesha na watu sasa wanakaa pale hawana mahali ya kulala. Hiyo ni kitendo cha unyama. Hiyo ni kitendo cha unyama na sio mtu mwingine. Ruto mwenyewe ndiye anatoa amri ati watu watolewe. Wewe unatoa watu ambao wamekaa mahali kwa muda hiyo yote, wanaenda wapi?
Hasorobot hirwa bene wikeyega nigoto kumurikira serikali ya kaunti ya Nyamira chingaki egendete gusangireria ebirengererio by'abamenyi bensemeyo ase okwenekia obokoreri obya imeye kaunti yo ase bwangoiga babere bakumurikira ebili y'ekibesa na maunchirerio aganire gokorekana ase ebili y'ekibesa yo mwaka bw'ekirububere 2022 n'ekirububere 2023 ase okwenekia obokoreri obya aso mwaka bw'ekirububere 2023 naboigo mwaka bw'ekirububere 2024 murike icho Joma Angi nabete kagutarira chinsemo naboigo gotwariganiria oroboti rokobwatia ase chibicha chabete chikobwato kegima nere Sultan Obangi monchumuriria tobeto konyora oroboti ruo.
Elinde kuikerania amagenderero imechi county emerongene na isano na ibere ichire imense icho wa Kenya ugusangereria kwebango negintu kengencho kebweneretse kumurekerwa ase oboime. Nigo emeroberio ebweneretse kubekwa buna egetambo kerio county Nyamira irete chitariki emerongo 25 mutinyu kianda omwaka gw'ekiri 2023 yogosangereria ebirengererio igore omuswada of finance bill omwaka gw'ekiri 2023 goika omwaka gw'ekiri 2024.
CPA Dr. Asanath Maobe. I am the Chief Officer in charge of Economic Planning, Resource Mobilization and ICT. And I'm glad to be here today because today my department in the Directorate of Revenue, we have a public participation regarding the finance bill for the fiscal year 23 and 24.
CPA Asanath Maobe oyore omo chief officer asegetago kumolekera ogosangereriwa kwenibo asomono bwe Kenya molero economic planning resource mobilization and ICT nigo agotwerera ekerenga ekenene kyomoroberio yo nogosangereria ebirengererio byabamenyi igore chinchera chokomenta enibo nebango egosangereriwa.
In the year 2022-23, which has just ended, we were able to increase our revenue collections as county government of Nyamira. We were able to attain a 68% increase from the previous collections that we've had. And for us, that was a big thing because we were able to automate most of our revenue collections. And so then we did not have a lot of leakages. Plus, we've actually been able to do what we call valuation roles. We've been able to value our lands properly and be able to give them the right values because we also appreciate that that is one area that quite generates revenues for the county. Besides the valuation role, which has just ended, we are also looking forward to kind of expand our tax base and be able to capture other aspects that we could say are dormant in terms of our previous act, that is the Finance Act for 2023, which we are currently using. We could like to make reviews on it, suggestions on it, so that we can expand the tax base, so that we can also be able to employ aspects of equity, so that when we do that, we are able to actually give back to the contributors of this revenue.
Omoroberi bogosangereria ebirengereri byabamenyi be county Nyamira igoro omuswada oyo nigo ochagete asabo bisakurwase egetago ekyo koegwa amorokererio nabo igo amachiko igoro echinchera barachi gosangereria ebirengererio igori chikeli Boigo batarachi gosangereria ebirengereria ebyo nigo litangani babetse bagosangereria ebirengereri by'abantu ao anene mono abantu bamatatu boda abonchereria na boigo abantu babwate chiba.
Following, leading to this day, we have had a session where we had focused groups, and in these focused groups we were able to get views or proposals regarding the finance bill from one, the matatu industry. We were also able to get views from the border stakeholders. We were also able to have views on what the citizens feel should be the appropriate rates for liquor and licensing. So we had a group of bar owners whom we had a very interactive session with them. We also had other stakeholders in the single business permits, that's the trade, and we were able to interact with them and get to hear their views on what they feel is the proper ways of raising revenue for the county.
Abo bisabu niko babetse bakora ogusangereria kwebirengereri byabamenyi image ward chire image sub county isano kya Nyamira.
Kericho beta 6 Tenwek Eldoret na Nairobi. Na Nairobi. Is that what you are recommending? Okay. Now we are done with that one. Yeah.
Ekero twikiranite asegetuo kya Gesore ward ya township nigotumiranite n'abamenyi be county ya Nyamira bali angekorwa ebirengereri byabo.
Jasa Marieta ngoro Moses Nyambane na seito no gaiga Gesore. Gesora igengi mapini tupwate area development committee ngochea. Lero igotupwate issue ekurukuna public participation as a finance bill ya Nyamira County 2023-24. Revenue collection ntotagete korwa se county ya Nyamira. Lakini government yoka nere go create environment yengi ya yebiasara because revenue nyingi gekorwa se biasara. Woka banyana say collect taxes abaro orokia what they have done with the taxes they are collecting nkiba collect tax kirichi kuna oba kuna collect egere ba encourage bali bara se biasara kur taxes
asa Marieta ngoro kwa beli usoro mocheche inkana Gesore na inde na goki gumono ekero na igure nga county government as a township ward kokorabare public participation as a mangana finance bill 2023-2024 financial year. Buna information twaye nyonete igoro na ndino botuachira turi no kuganyo konene tororenga finance bill yeyo nkiye bwate guchi asa abantu ba township na abantu ba Nyamira county as a whole na inde ngosemeriki era rente asa abantu abuga sumwa kugocha mo especially ekero tualigereria asa mangana itad for government ase miaka 10 ya etire amangana nara manene tuabwate na intuko kaninga na bali gocha kokolekana lakini ase njire Eyemo asa senjire ende mangana itara kolekana igo buna tuachira na buna intutukaneti gosere na botuare kukaninga tonyore ogosemeri mono asa abantu ba Nyamira county.
Omobisa otometune county oyotenenerete ogosangereria kwebango nigatanganerete kubasemya igore ya mangana are ase omoswado yo na igore lichiko igore ogosangereria kwebango
kuruguna sub county revenue officer nero yoteneine igagotenenera ase sub county engima amangana yekibesa onsipi ebangegie kobage kurwewa ekigo naba mukeligereri mumanyenga eyinere epamiti bose nakie kibali gekorwewa ase serikali ya Nyamira gochia saba nyabiasara bali bagokora babwate kiduka babwate hoteli babwate bintu bune babwate bakachinyomba kyo kwegokya ikinyomba kiebiteli kerensemo enganende ndagete ko balendera ase mambiyeli tukolia rero nkeringa kibese kyonsi piba neki n'abatebi kiko bakigo sangereriwa igo kiwenete boikere serikali ya Nyamira 524 kitaraeta onde bwensi yotaraena na goso tararu kibese kigo kiase serikali ya Nyamira karo kiasangereriwe na endo oromwe umokoli emeremo oyo bunire likiko na ende gakoirerwe getambukero ntobu atekero monta kire wakana gosena abantu barente bintu seita baretire kigali baami bye bintu seita obwate kana neli chiko igo monto yo akwaye gukinsa ibere
Beatrice Okioma oyorega tiabarai ase chirio kebirigo imeyabunya matuta ward nigo aete okoboko ekengese kierichiko ekigekogania ebango gosangererigwa kobwatekana nobonene bwechiro nobonene bwomochie.
Samalieta ngoroku Beatrice Okioma indo munyabiasara ase chiro ya kebirigo na nene mono vice secretary ase chiro ya kebirigo e committee bono ase litugolia lero igo twa sangirikanira iga isiko yobisi omo MCA ase ngenjo ye finance bill to takire gosomero na anene buna abanyabiasara twanya ko batogochamo egere tunya ko batokorora ase banyarire ko babago chachi bobege kora tunya ko bakompatible ekero bagenderete ko kusangire 11 yabo ti section yawa na muroje bagenderete mayaga gaiga ito tagete ko ba macho egere torore ase tokuniru tunya ko batoko rekabishirwa elinde na lituranya ko batoko ri biashara biito no botwero. Nabono akarato gandrete kuligelise kwerende list ebato ase pamphlet ebato twanyora na chichiro njirororo chiri chinene buna bono chebirate bakonyebwekana ebintu byago chimakairo imena gositake birigo lakini babwanete bono kuchenjike ko rene town yanene bwate baka chi restaurant bwate baka big hotels asa maguri chi tuale tofauti ase ngenjo buna abantu bako muno muntu akoni mono na babwendereta anache chibesi chire igoro mono ase ngenjo are ase catchment area unlike abantu bali bakare in the reserve areas ase ojese county ya Nyamira kubera nelimi ya mana ase ngenjo bago tobeka in mind bato incorporate ase all that they want to do for us or with us.
Ekerengero lya kwegwa okoboko no chief officer asenatma obe oyogokwanira ekerenga kiabo ekenene no komenta ebango egosangererigwa ase kerenga kia emia ya mone 50 ase emia aso mwaka oyo.
In this way that if the border people, the market mama mboga is actually paying for these services, as a county we are also committed on ensuring that they get services back from the government in form of market shades, in form of border shades, because then it is a benefit, kind of beneficial relationship between the revenue contributors and of course the government. The governor is very keen on revenue because his government appreciates that for us to be able to undertake most of the projects for the county, we will need to have what we call financial probity, pay our taxes faithfully, and is very committed to delivering these services back to the citizens. We actually look forward to making 150 plus increase, whereby because now we've been able to fully automate all our services, we've been able to do the evaluation of the evaluation role, and we should be able to not go anything below 150% increase. And remember, when we talk about revenue, it is not a one man activity, it's a collective activity. And I'm happy to let you know that we've been able to undertake, even with the assembly, consultative meetings whereby we feel that even the MCA at the various wards, they should be able to mobilize the people, create awareness on the need to collect revenue. And so I can see everyone is feeling like revenue is part of their daily activities. And so because of that collaboration between the executive and the assembly, we are very much able to get us more people coming on board and being able to collect.
Samari dana ngoroku Vincent Nyambane nokora iga sobisio mu MCA
Nyamatuta ward. Ase obisio mwe MCA gantobate what we call public participation ye finance bill ya Nyamira County 2023-2024. Abantu baito baje gosemigwa bamanye kyo benda gokora toruwe bango ase changes wenda gokorunke gochikorwe digere twene be county yaito esuke moto. Obuyamboro rekero gusangiririe bango because ebangenere kogera yaine be serikali konyora chibese ebenda gokorera abantu egasi yose no chigorwa se bangeye chiakore egasi.
Marieta ngor kuchofre Marita no secretary we kebirigo market committee na ndente netekorwa se section ya catering nejiba the public participation ya finance bill toko na maoni na gotegera revenue chiachire chinya so kebirigo digital ya go correct revenue etige amangana ari abantu ba go correct revenue babika chibese mebuko abantu bande batindira. We want a system, improve a system because to have digital abantu bakanira chibes chabo through smartphones na through digital ways. Na boy comment revenue we once ya called bintu nebyo ya bekire those things to atabire be in place we come here municipality ya kebirga rekana then abantu mbaisa comment charges take over paying for that much.
Nimete yoko ndari Nyamira kuna ke license yewe ayabona we license yoko bako ni melinga mu sebite toga ndege ndo yoko rukunga ekero kwa golden ngombe tote kwa golden ngombe kwa kunyiro kuchia sigete kwa kona romo bisa au sababu na aba yango kuna kila list ile Eyemo eteri ngombe para muntu takona chachira sietani tie shiringi Eyemo turi chine ngombe kwa gora nekero wachire chiro konia ngombe gose chimboli list wana takona cherwa yechire kuibere kero bwate lijo kero bwate kembe chinyinge gose chimboli byose muchanganyiko na kokona che district ribube kera tote bwate gari kwa wicho mene gari chine chichiri chinyinge you pay 2000 on year into the year.
But per cow is 50,
yeah,
and 100 per cow.
Ogosangererirwa kwebango kurwa sechiduka ningana etwe okoboko ime wodia itibo ase abonchoria ba etwe obosemia igoro yo buja bokorwa ebango
Samarieta nkuru Samuel mugitano yo muri asinde kurwa se wodi ya itibo yere not mugrango ekerenyo division Nyamira County. Yodi ndio tuacha rera senge nchiyo kuja kuparticipate amangana finance bill ase county yetu. Aba bisa batubekira ase Oimas office batukwanira yari ngamaya. Igora rego saba kwansanga yari kunyarekana mana ase biasara bitoko kora byetu giduka. No hine bitoko kora kiore bina bakwana byogo sonda ne binde. No hine asiduka cyeto chichiro. Bare go soa kabisa bamanya gachiro ire gatubwate. Bintu kibiko ni gwaroro. Andi bamanya bintu kibiko chugwa. Aba bisaba bagutumwa asege ti bina bona bachogi tukuruka asege ushinda bachogi basororo bamanyanga kibagwende gucuga nende bachoga asekene kibese kigenda ase county nabakonye ka ndi asukira asege njama gendero mono mona asigiduke kibate abangwe korikini ki wholesale ne chibuka bagachi paka imali kiri keto wate byosiki naro kumanyanga at least government yari wanje bimanye emanye yiduka chiria ase chire andi manye irenga chire chiri chinene kebeke category yabonga ine chi wholesale emanye chi wholesale ngatubwate china chibese yabo chini 100 china chiri chibwenderete bagoje chiduka cha medium retail ne chini kise chi wholesale na joji bachimanyanga irenga chire so tekara bago soigeti mbako bwatre ni byonse bana chiri chine chika sesi yabo ne tax yabo kando so tati bamanyanga irenga chire mono nari go sabange account emanyanga ntobwate chiri chine kando bachibeke kando chinki cha medium bachibeke kando kirengento kegende kwabo romere katubwate so teka ba uchikana chiakanwa tonyore tax tokora magendra se account yetu.
Charles Ongechi Osumo oyo tenenerete okwena na wechi license na kwanerete emeroberio yogo sangereria ebango wetera ase chinchera chekerero asatebete nigo bono yabeirege korobya obokoreri
Asamalita ngoro ku Charles Ongechi Osumo yonkora na county government of Nyamira asensemo ya licensing una rotu acha itibogaiga twamire na abantu baitu baitibo abantu abatoereru andase wodi ya itibo twakwana barabo twanyora na abantu baitu ebintu binde mbire batamanyeti ege efora muneye okonyora bande bebunsire muna bono twabate birigoro yejiduka asokonyora nga ase duko tagete gwakana ekero gutama kurwasie kekerabo bisabagire tego konye kiagera kibese cyugwakana kurwase tax ye licenses nere kogera kibara n'ebintu bindi bigendere ko koinuase itibo ward igo twabatebirie na ende twaberesire system unabone yagitenya our excellence nyaribo nigatebete cash njiarwo rero twakana turu lipa na mpesa onde bwensi orabe ugoja ngata gete cash twabatebirie abuna abantu bali chikon omo bisabwe county or under licensing nigo kumwakana chibesa ekerako ile your account number unalipa kupitia account ya lipa na mpesa igo egento kento abasensitize kwamba kulingana biashara byaye different categories of business kulingana biashara byao akana libagonya gosieka naende twabasensitize na kiro muntu buno gwakana yoko egwerensi yao on the spot tenga buna libaga kiro bisi watebera chi machine chisalegete lero to what the system to kubatumira through WhatsApp umuntu ende download license yae so na enjira twarorire abande mbabwato moyo mbaje bagendere bake bali bakongusa magega ege twabatebirie twabasensitize na ndi batwarira moyo next time it will not be like the previous years.
Elinde komentwa ebango egosangererigwa na gotanga oboibi bw'ekibesa kigosangererigwa asenatima obe nigakwerera egachemero oberio babegete.
We all know ICT is a game changer, and that is why when it comes to revenue collection, we have embraced technology. We are going cashless, and as we speak, we now have a USSD code that we use as a county to collect revenues, so that no one is going to give an excuse that because I do not have access to internet, then I'm not able to go cashless. But we are also able to use the code so that anyone, whichever phone you have, doesn't have to be a smartphone. You just use the code and you are able to pay your revenues. And this code is *546#. Then you are able to get a pull down of all the menus that we have in terms of revenue.
Asesa bali ekyo kumugania omorobelyo bogosangereria ebirengereryo na kuyabeka ase embeo nigo tokumbirana n'omugaka Thomas Mungare asense mu ya Kyang'ombe oyo kugania kumanya ekerenga yesabali yaito
Oiga siro ya ne hian con ala ka wa tire
Maiga yoko mwerera nigo nere abeteka kurwa ebirengereri byaye
Elietalia nengo kuna Thomas Mungare Nenda bakunguto bwate no banana sana no ene taxi ne taka koja kurusiwa Erigereri mwana nchi ole ense kabisa abakongu bwaye tali abakongu bwaye bolense oyo olense gaiga eye bwene ta kolega toro chibono ntungo kora tole ngotumia tole nsaige to koja twalete rwa kantu abwe bwene reto muntu lyo mugori ukona jwe tax njoyo mokorie gas njeno mokorie gas iga enko kore ke barua ege kon kitabwati mane ndi yani etumbo aiga na batu bwene rete tonyore no egento kende go nonya igoro yo bole batarete bole mianga egere tumanye na kintu kitimba tarete project gite turasoe gukora tonyora bagaka bakongire buna intwe tuchaka gukora project yeyu eito teberera egere tonyore taxi ye kuri kibwe enyore na twaro sirie kintu ke kurwe se project yeyu tonyore ko taxi
Ewodi ya ekerenyo abamenyi nigo babeti bagusaba ogokega ogwerigori ase abamenyi ekero bakonyora obokoreri kurwa ase chinyagi chari.
Okay, amaliete anguru Samuel Omoyo Mogere. Atulekere nyorero kitari kieki asokurwa maoni enaro kwanira igoro ya afya. Yani okogweni gokwa abantu ese county yetu ya Nyamira. Ekero twaligererie bintu ebi ntwanyoro na Arsenal county yabekire kibesa kirabe kinyinge sana kitanyara gokonya barwaire bago cyandika mono twayesaba era nikibesa kinse mono kibesa ekere nyagetari ya Nyamira gose kire Nyamira kyasindwa gokonya igogote bwande kinyagetari kyesiko Nairobi, Eldoret, Tenwek, Kericho, Kisumu. Lakini kibesa bono gote bwakane omakorusyo murwairo imbakoro ekire kinyinge mono
abamenyi b'ekaunti Nyamira nigo babete bagusaba obutumeki obya bwebango ekobage gosangirirwa inde bakikonyora amagenderero
ya 2023-2024 erigerie amangana health kibese bekerta borwire kire kinyinge mono cyari faro igento kende ekenene mono na mangana ye business permit chi business injire chiduka je chindagera ose chi hotel tiye kibesa chira nensake amangana ye chipa barana kibako beka chigende igorake so that teri abantu bonse ingoragera bare lakini amaru teri bonse bakonyu nestare igo chiduka jiri chi amaru babeke igorake egento kende kenene pi amangana yokonie bintu chichiro na bako beka pasak chibesa chikomo chikoba igoro tigabali na kibara iraninsake so that karomole bwa chibuni 20 teneta ko imono igo kiro monto natageta konye asomia bana ne county esuke ndo titogenda inse mbuya mono
njenare ngo sabe serikali etoroseri chishedi na intuma mamboga togocha twatwereru mono noko twereru gokweka togotwereru ntori konyora batecha rinde tobaoneri rinde torwe bango ende nango sabalende bango inera nate mono batuyere linserende ebenyo siringi 20 libagari ya 50 ari tora ikeri
abamenyi b'ekiro ya magombo nonyati banyorete libagari ogoika asomoroberio yo mbabwate aya igoro y'amagenderero bagane kikokolerwa mayiga yo gusangirirwa kwebango ukiase serikali ye county
asa malita anguru kwesta yatichi magombo menyete umuchano ore magombo make ne chicho echo gongobera orokera lituko lakini cho chira mana chito cyane tena amachi to gosibiria matunda ne chinyanya ne tonie tutagete bana wakitogo chogwa echo geye to yakore gasi chicho echi igoru chaba open abantu bacha chuwa abantu bakanda chiproti amachi aya akonyara asiekire mwaso na togotaka twatumia lende gosibiria matunda lende customer chiari na maembe customer chiari dara giteka tore chiro nona nabo kwesaba oragere chiro
amasabo y'abamenyi nemerobere buniye ko bagekorarigwa ase obonge elinde babe bakomanya ekero ekoba na libara chikonyora omubaro omonene bw'abamenyi bagoikerana ase mesangerekaneye elinde barwe ebirengereri byabo
nabonte togote y'abantu baitu banyamira bonsi pinga tubwatira namo ebange sangererigwe bali bagusangererie bango basangererie bango egende gari county ebangere buya egere county itekoreki ekine abantu baitu tali boyo twetia biamono sana
bakore public awareness number 1 written scripts chibe circulated well abantu babe properly informed about the finance bill na ende convenient time eligiwe just that
ekero county government like other counties we compare na intue Nyamira na bibwente korolekana iguru asa mangana ya awareness una bono ntubwate chi radio chito chi TV our social gatherings una chikanisa ni center na bo bagwenete kurusino ni chi poster chi kobe ku chinsemo asa abantu bararore information bamanyanga igento ngerekegenderete
some of the green or untapped revenue areas that you seek to touch on as you go to the next financial year.
some of them have got to do with what we have as a county. We could also like to create what we'd call some form of special parkings, whereby we are able to pay. It can be VIP parkings, and we are able to slot them out for people to actually come get those spaces and pay for those parkings. Parking is also one of the highly potential stream. Not new, but we're trying to add some new features to it. We also are thinking of getting Access Act, T-Cess Act, so that we are able to also tax on that. We are also working on initially the liquor and licensing. We had some aspects to it that were missing in terms of the rates, whereby we've been charging like it is single business permit, but then now we have the national rates that dictates on what bar owners should pay. And then in terms of distribution, transport and distribution, we find that we had issues to do with trying to really say what does big, medium or small vehicle means. And so we've been able to add aspects like it has got to do with tonnage. If you're talking about a bar, when we say this is a big, medium, small bar, then how are you able to qualify that? So we've been able to look at it in form of either number of chairs, so that we have a very clear way of measuring what is small. If you're talking about matatu industry, what do we call, how do you define capacity?
Maiga yo kusangiriria ebirengereri bamenye be county Nyamira ni gobono muswado yurabe ukoretwa asebunge ye county Nyamira asebono igatuti neine erinde aba MCA ababe bago kwanira inganeye na gwetianga ebirengereri kibira chikokonya umunyamira.
Marieta ngoro kwa Zablon Momanyi Kerina. Nigo the director of department ya lands. Naende ninjenale nge lead director in charge ase ward ya Isima samangana public participation the finance bill 2023-2024 ase ke Gusii nere gokonya mangana yogo chuga orusie bango egere bange yechi gokonya ase emeremo ye county ali amagenderera atoke ase county yeto bono abananchi mtu abwate chi proposal kitwaleta chinyinge chiabo abananchi baitu bagesimamba njirana na chirocho naende chinde nchire babeka amarekepisho echinde ba requesting achikei wake ase chi konyora chi proposal barra chire igoro ne chinde bateba chimente bono bune chia mangana ge mingi gose oboche na ne chi video bateba ngatiga chikiniwe egere na lichira discourage abandu gotwale binte kabire bigara bigosalia abana igo nabo yarenge very objective bone mangana ya bono buno twasangereire mangana ya yakurwe 7 naende chi county chi ward chinde 200 chonsi ya mongoleta chira maoni ayo abe kwamo ndelio aligereriwe kera bekirwa chokirwa abeire ndelio iru county assembly gegoetia egaba nabeke accent ebeli chiko yogosangererie bangase county ya Nyamira
ekerenga ekenene gyogosangereria ebirengererio nkugani koranga abamenyi be county Nyamira nkube kubale ase emesa ekero kya magenderero koruase omochie onyamira orobotirwa bene Job Maangi.